Greetings. You can be a slave to your ego, or you can die to your ego self. It's your choice. That is why my topic today is slavery or death. It is your choice. Now, every one of us will have to come to a place in our life where we will have to make a crucial decision. And this decision is what will decide our destiny. Now, we all have been raised to think a certain way and to act a certain way. And that is what frames our mindset. Therefore, that is what have us living more to please our ego self more than our true self. Okay? And all of that constitutes our belief, whereby we believe that we are human trying to be spiritual, instead of we believing or knowing that we are a spirit having a human experience. And that is why when I speak of ego, ego actually means to edge God out. So when you put God out of the picture, which God is the higher self, your true self, your creative self, the creative power that you can use to achieve your every desire, when you put that creative power outside of the picture, and you depend on some outside power or some other power, it means that you're choosing to be a slave to your ego self, the limited self, the reasoning self of you, that believe everything that was taught to you and make you forget that you're born here in this world in a state called amnesia, or a state of forgetfulness. And everything that you know is what was taught to you. And until you realize that there are people who can live all their life here and never think one day for themselves, then you will realize that there must be a reprogramming of your subconscious mind. There must be a changing of your thinking. If you're gonna free yourself from slavery, the slavery of being led and guided by your ego self, whereby you believe everything that was fed to you through the educational system, the political system and the religious system, and you believe everything also that was taught to you by your mother and your father as you was growing up. You believe all of those things. All of that would always keep you in slavery, mental slavery. But if you are willing to die to all of that, die to your ego self, your carnal mind, your negative self, that self of you that is keeping you limited with all your limiting beliefs, if you're willing to surrender that side of your being and accept your spiritual existence, your inner self, your higher self, which is God in man, which I refer to as the human imagination. And you can imagine for yourself. You do not need anyone to imagine for you. I cannot have a thought for you. You cannot have a thought for me. Therefore, I'm saying to you that your choice is that either that of a slave or death to your ego self, and reign triumphantly in your higher self. So in order to come into your higher self and live in a higher self, there must be a death. That's what I'm saying to you. No, you cannot want to experience a resurrection if you do not experience a death. And you're told that unless a carnal weed fall in the ground and dies, it abideth alone. But if it dies, it bringeth forth much fruit. Look at that principle of sowing and reaping. Any seed that you sow in the earth, it has to go through the process of death, burial, and resurrection, or a metamorphosis. And then it starts to bring forth in abundance. So too, you have to go through that too. And that is why this death to your ego self, your negative self, the intellectual self of you. That is what will bring true freedom, because you now live a resurrected or revived life, being in your right mind, in your right state of thinking, having broken out of the amnesia, that state of forgetfulness, that state of ignorance, which is sin. Because there's only one fundamental sin in this world, and that fundamental sin is ignorance, or not knowing who you are. That is why we are all here seeking to know who we are. And when you come to know who you are, you would realize that you are actually an alchemist. You would realize that you are a magician. You would realize that you're a spirit, and you must operate in a spiritual, magical mindset to get the magical experiences, which I would interpret as abundance, prosperity, goodness, contentment, good health, wisdom. All these things are the jewels that you would discover after your resurrection. But you must die. So, my brothers, my sisters, are you willing to throw away all of your old beliefs and reprogram your subconscious mind? Are you ready to unlearn everything and relearn? If you're willing and ready, then do it, because actions speak louder than words. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much, and I want to say to you, it's always a pleasure having you listening to me and giving your comments. And if what I'm saying, it really resonates with you and really challenging you to become the best version of yourself, to become a better person, I would like to say, if you haven't subscribed already, to please subscribe, like, comment, or to share this video. Let us get these kind of words of wisdom to go viral. Let us put our energies together to see this go bigger, wider, further, and to help more people to resurrect and live the best version of themselves. So let me mention again that to please subscribe, like, comment, or to share this video. Also, if you would like to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at Instagram at BlackMadGuru, and you can follow me at the same name on TikTok. Also, I want to mention my Patreon, and we have a course there that is called the Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously, or the Inner Sun Engineering to Create Your Reality Consciously. And I just want to remind you that everything that the sun shines upon, it brings forth in abundance. And if you're not bringing forth in your life the life that you really want to live, then you are out of alignment. And this course will help you to get more in alignment when you understand that the human imagination parallels the sun, and the sun parallels the human imagination. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. So if you feel led to check it out, I definitely encourage you to do so. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to know, say peace, love you all, I'm out.